Good afternoon, good people, and welcome to another episode of Montez at Midday. It is what I like to call WZUP Wednesday. What's up? It's your boy Dre Montez. How's everyone doing today? Raise that roof. Raise that roof if you can. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and we're getting laid. We got to lay on today. Out there for the people. 808 in the building. You know how I feel about Hawaii. You know how we feel about it for sure. If you have not had a chance to listen to our latest podcast episode, Who's to Blame? Episode 542 is up. It is up on our X page at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez, and on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame. So check it out. We talked about expectations on all across the board for sure. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're off today in Blizzard Warning Storm Watch 2024, you deserved it. If you're a high school student and you got the crib to yourself and you about to have a party, let's do it the right way. Everybody must be gone by what time? 2 p.m. There you go. I'm not saying I encourage high school parties at home, but I'd rather you have a high school party in the daytime than at nighttime. All people involved for sure. If you just got in a relationship and it's going pretty good for you this year, congratulations to you. You deserve some type of happiness out there for sure. Let's get through our pillars of the day. Let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. You got to laugh, man. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're not going to have a good day. Miserable, happy people, raise your hand. Thank you. Don't we laugh at ourselves every day? Yes, we do. All right, for sure. High fives across the board. Chest bump. Give me a hug. I'll give you one. When the last time you hugged somebody, like another human being? Not that ass out hug, but when the last time you hugged somebody? When was that? Did it feel genuine? Did it calm you down, or did you get nervous from that type of experience? Wow. Lots of stories going on, still reeling in from the weekend and what happened in the NFL. And it brings apart a few conversations. Comes to mind. The end of the season, your team didn't make the playoffs. Your team makes the playoffs, get knocked out, and the expectations are very high. And then retirement. Guys that are about to retire are going to announce the retirement. And I talked about it a little bit yesterday, the thoughts of the love of my life, softball. We did that for 25 years. We walked away 8 years ago. But every year during football season, somebody retires. There's some people that didn't really take advantage of the opportunity to play in the NFL. Then you have those guys that play in football. It's hard. And seeing what Kelsey, the center from the Eagles, his emotions. When you do something that long and you love it, you want to keep playing. You want to keep playing, but something is telling you don't want to be selfish. Your body has not shut down. You still think you can go out there and contribute 2 more years. But I think at the same time, it has a psychological effect on you. Knowing when to walk away. Walking away from the game. When baseball players do, I mean, a majority of these people that play professional sports have been doing it at least since they were age of 5 or 7 years old. And the majority of them retire in their 30s. That's a long fucking time. And you have to really transition yourself because now you're only associated with that particular sport or job. That's what you've been doing. And now you have to tell yourself, okay, we don't go through the routine anymore. Boys working out, the camaraderie, the games, that whole aspect changes. And now you have to figure out how to compartmentalize, how to utilize that space that's available that was normally taken up by the game. That's a hard thing, man. And I never thought about it until I really started paying attention to these 30 for 30 documentaries about when players leave the game. We think it's hard being with a person while they're playing a professional sport. But when they leave the professional sport, that has to be another transition as well. But walking away from the game, man, it's tough. It's tough. It's really emotional when you think about it from its truest sense of it to me. And over the weekend, teams win, teams lose. I did not know that Tampa Bay ran that type of defense. He ran a goal line defense and a cover zero, which is man-to-man. Todd Bowles did. Todd Bowles said, I'm going to send more people at you than you can block. I don't think Todd Bowles gets enough recognition. He looks like a serial killer hitman on an FBI or a CSI episode. He doesn't smile often, but he gets his point across. He gets his point across. And I had no idea that that's the type of defense that Tampa ran when Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers won that game over the weekend. But why, my. And then when you lose, the immediate thing is to fire people. Is that always the best option and best choice? Now, I did not think that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to keep Mike Tomlin because he has not been good drafting to me. He hasn't fulfilled the whole position of being a head coach to me. He's good for football, don't get me wrong. But I just don't hang on to a damn job because people like you. That doesn't work anymore. If you're not winning, why are we still here? Yes, he's in the final year of his contract. I didn't expect or think the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to make it to the playoffs this year. So that blew my damn mind looking at that from that angle. And then on the other side, why are we still here? Why are we still together? What are you bringing to the table, boo-boo? People say that to you. What you bringing to the table? They want to know. People want to know if I'm going to invest what in you? Time. I want to know what you're doing. Bring it to the table. So there it is. I don't think Mike Tomlin is bringing enough to the table for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The team that they have now, their draft position, I don't see this being a winnable situation for Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. But be that as it may, I am not a Dallas Cowboy fan at all. From the male fans wearing too much cologne and the women wearing too much weave and makeup, and the way they think they're the best team in football every year, and they're going to win the Super Bowl every year. But the last time they won the Super Bowl, 10% of Americans in the United States had the internet. That's wild to me. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what happened on Fox during halftime. When the camera went in on Jimmy Johnson, former Dallas Cowboy coach. If you've ever played sports, coached sports, rooted for a team, did you feel that, what Jimmy Johnson said? Did you see what Michael Strahan did? Listen, Ray Lewis, Peyton Manning, Michael Strahan, and Jimmy Johnson, the way they spoke about football over the weekend, shit. Michael Strahan can still line up. He ready. Ray ready. He about that life. Peyton ready for that. Peyton Manning wanted to get behind the center in that game. Ray wanted to get a sack. Strahan wanted to get involved. Jimmy wanted to coach. I don't understand why we are more invested into the game than the actual fucking players are. Roll up your sleeves. Get involved, Todd. We put so much into things we can't control, and we get mad. And what's the things we can't control? Kids under 10 and women. Can't do it. And we get mad. In sports, those three things we cannot control. Kids under 10, women, and sports. We just have to go right along with it. And you got to accept that. And make it a discovery, a journey, a thought process, a lesson learned, a teach back moment, and believability. Those three things right there for sure. And they get me going every which way. It's Wednesday, WZUP. The latest episode of my podcast is up. Who's to Blame? Episode 542. We talked about expectations. The video is up on X at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez. And on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame the podcast. We got it up there for you for sure. But we talked about expectations. Because I really think we are so hard on ourselves. And for what? Why are you so hard on yourself? Do you have a list? Do you write out something every day? Do you read something every day to keep you focused? Motivate my mind. What motivates you? Do you clean your house listening to music? Okay. Do you cook listening to music? Do you shower listening to them? What motivates you? What puts you in that right state of mind in being, what we call peace and tranquility? I think that's a good word and phrase, by the way. How you doing, counselor? How we doing? I hope FLA is treating you nice. Hello to the lovely Tess as well. Counselor's in the building. And I thought I was going to need the counselor the last football game of the season because I thought Charlie, my man, and I were going to do some roughhousing, but we played like the men we should be. But back to what I was saying. If you didn't see the way Jimmy Johnson looked at that camera at halftime of that Cowboy Green Bay game, you missed some classic football. That came from a fan, a former coach. Somebody can see the intangibles of the game and fix it. You saw all of that in Jimmy Johnson. And the way Michael Strahan lined up, hey, man, look here. Look. It's like in the movie Man on Fire. When he's in the hospital and Christopher Walken tells the detective, I think Greasy's about to create his masterpiece, his Picasso. Stay out of his way. At that moment, I got to stand up the rest of the movie. Training Day. When Denzel went in Macy Gray house and took the money out the drawer, I have to stand up the whole movie. Okay? There's certain things you just can't sit down. And when Jimmy Johnson spoke like that, I'm not a Cowboy fan or a Green Bay Packer fan. But at that moment, I had to stand up the rest of the day. Get involved. Get involved. And they let the window of opportunity do what? Pass them by. The expectations were very, very high with the Cowboys this year. But did they meet up to it? No. 1995, kids. 10% of the United States of America had the internet at home. That's a long time ago. That's like the last time the Miami Dolphins won a playoff game. Metallica sued Napster. Think about it. What? Time goes by so fast. It is so valuable. We think money. We think lifestyle. But time is the most valuable thing that we have. And I think people get pissed off when you waste time. Time. Stop wasting people time. Stop wasting your time. Make the list doable. Make it make sense. Be truthful to yourself. Damn other people. You're living what? Your life. And who does it matter to? You. Hello, America. And we are here in the building. Ray Lewis, Peyton Manning, Michael Strahan, and Jimmy Johnson. I played contact football probably 2 years at the Boys Club of St. Louis, 11th Street in Sydney. I played flag football for like 5 years. Either way, you played sports at some time. Whether you just stopped playing or did you retire? And if you retired, was it easy? And the reason I bring that up, looked at the Kelsey situation, the center from the Philadelphia Eagles. contemplating retirement on his own terms. And that right there is the key. Your own terms. That right there is the key for sure. This is the news from the DJ Terry Morning Show on 106.7. All right. Classic rock radio and the counselor. His old radio days right there. Resonating right there, my man. Give you the hits and oldies of yesteryear. Right there for sure. But to the folks that are cleaning up their house today, listening to music, I applaud you. I applaud you. To the folks that still use bleach and pine saw at high volumes, clean up their house, I applaud you. And to the folks that are pissed off they at work and their kids got a snow day and they worried about their kids gonna find their shit, guess what? Your kids found it. Oh man, to the folks that went streaking last night, to the folks that are on a sleigh today, to the folks that are out there on the golf course, yeah, it exists out there in America. And to the folks that are going to the movie theaters in downtown Belleville at the Lincoln Movie Theater because it's Wednesday, $5 movies at the Lincoln Movie Theater in downtown Bell Vegas. There it is, folks, for show. All the counselors reminiscing on the days of yesteryear. Used to be the news for DJ Terry Taylor and Melody's morning show. Oh, I got to put that out there for the folks. Let the folks see what the counselor used to do. There it is. On up there in the building. Already in the counselor. There it is. Sometimes you got to do things like that. For the people, by the people, and of the people. But most importantly, today is Wednesday, and it's what? Hump Day. It's the middle of the week. Liquid lunch. Who's serving meatloaf today, huh? Who's got a good soup recipe? Good day for a bath and Epsom salt. Boy, just like Mama used to talk about each and every time. Well, kids, boys and girls, and children of all ages across America, I'd like to thank you for tuning into today's show. Counselor and Tess, safe travels back in FLA. If you want to bring me back a Florida football Gator bucket hat, I will greatly appreciate it. What's going on, Mickey? How you doing, my man, my brother from the state of Washington? Building. I almost moved to Seattle. I'm sorry, Bremerton. I almost moved to Bremerton. I had a twinkle in my eye I had met when I was in the Navy in Hawaii. And I almost moved to Bremerton, Washington. The things we did in the military, just wow to me. It is military stories and softball stories. I could talk all day. In golf cart stories. Oh, good God. If I tell you people the things I saw in that golf cart for 20 years in downtown St. Louis, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe the shit I can tell you. Cardinal fans off the chain. I'll put Cardinal fans up against anyone, especially the women. Shit. Cardinal fans ain't no joke. It's wild to me what happens before a baseball game, in the middle of the game, and after the game. And I'm not even talking on Friday or Saturdays. This is a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday. And these people, live action. I'm glad I'm not the type of person that tell people business, because I could have been very, very profitable. The shit that I saw. Focus, Dre. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Check out the latest episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. Episode 542 is up and available wherever you're at, for sure. I got a lay on today. I did get laid, but today is lay day. It is hump day, as we always say. Thanks, Mickey. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for showing the show, your comments, your likes and concerns. I do appreciate it. All right, folks. I'm out of here. Get the walk in. Stay hydrated. Eat healthy. And wink at someone today. Flirt today. Flirt with somebody today. Do it. When the last time you flirted? Just try it. It's good for the heart. At least what they said on Good Morning America. I'm just repeating what they said. They said people over 50 should flirt more often. It's good for us. So I'm going to flirt today with my TV. All right, folks. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here, Facebook, X, and YouTube. As they say in the hood, I will holler at you later. It's your boy Dre Montez, and we are what? We are out this joint. Let's do something. Let's do something. We're gonna do something. All right, peace. Till next time, folks. I holla, and we out. Booyah.